Good evening, welcome, and welcome management committee members and ISTDNs. So there is an announcement to begin with. So continuing with our journey together as ISTDNs, we are looking forward to meet with you all in the upcoming events. The first one is Bond and Beyond. As you must have seen some of our responses. There is a members meeting on 17th March 2024 at 6:30 p.m. Sunday at Constitutional Club of India, New Delhi. Following the meeting, there will be dinner also. And let me remind you that tomorrow is the last date to register. So please do register yourself if you have not done so far now. And after that, the another event is Elevate. So join Elevate in person on 23rd March from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Now it's time to know about our moderator of the day. So we have Nidhi Khanna with us. Nidhi Khanna is a corporate professional with remarkable 13 years career in the field of human resources. Throughout her journey, Nidhi has demonstrated an unwavering passion for her work, leaving an indelible mark in every organization she has been a part of. Nidhi played a pivotal role in conducting due diligence, leading the organization's rapid growth to over 500 employees within just a year. That was her one of the organization. Nidhi embraced a new challenge as an HRBP for sales and tech at Jagran Digital over 2 years. Currently, in her role as an HRBP at Hindustan Times Media Limited, she has been instrumental in driving the success of various new businesses ventures, including podcast, in-store, and syndicated ratio. So Nidhi is also a passionate podcaster. Her genuine curiosity and love for learning from others had led her to dedicate an astonishing 16 hours of recording, insightful discussion with numerous guests. Her story exemplifies the power of dedication, adaptability, and a genuine passion for her craft. So, with this, I welcome Nidhi ji and I hand it over the discussion to you. Welcome, Nidhi ji.
Thank you so much, Rajeshi, for such wonderful words. It was amazing introduction which you have given. Thank you so much. And now, without any further delay, let me start today's session. First of all, I would like to extend a heartfelt welcome to each of you to yet another enriching session of Manthan. It is an honor to gather once again among us such esteemed leaders and professionals in the HR fraternity. Manthan, as of now, is not just an event, it is a forum for collective wisdom, a crucible where ideas are born and perspectives are shared. And today we have the privilege to host Dr. Purnima Gupta and Professor Rishi Kant. For Dr. Purnima Gupta, she is managing PGDM at Great Lakes, and she has written 2 books also. She has published 15 papers. So welcome, Dr. Gupta, and welcome, Dr. Rishikant Garg. Both of you, we would like to listen your views on today's topic. My first question will go to Dr. Gupta. Dr. Gupta, what do you think that what are the gaps in current learning initiatives which generally colleges are taking, and what can be done to fill these gaps in order to meet the industry requirement?
Thank you, Nidhi. Thank you, ISTD, for this opportunity. For this question, actually, we in academia are always constantly struggling with this fact that the industry always says that students are not industry ready, and academia always says that industry doesn't help us enough. So the gaps that we see is like, yes, theoretical knowledge is necessary because without theoretical grounding, you cannot understand the concepts, but we also need to have the application. And that is where sometimes the support from the industry is required. And what the organizations or institutions now are doing is having more of internships, more of projects where students get a live hands-on kind of experience, because that is where we want to make the students ready, that the moment they join the industry, they would be starting running rather than crawling and struggling to understand what the industry needs. So colleges are trying to have industry relevant curriculum. We try to have a lot of interactions with industry, but the problem that we feel, as I've been in the academia for the last 25 years now, industry says a lot that they want to contribute, but a lot of times when it actually comes down to it, either because of whatever protocols they have, they're unable to share a lot of data, and that stops the students from actually getting to understand what is really happening. So they do expect the students to know a lot from the industry, but they don't share enough. But what the academia is now, what we're trying to do is doing a lot of executive programs where we get hands-on, the faculty gets a hand-on knowledge on what's happening in the industry. They go do case studies with industry, write case studies, and that is something which has picked up a lot in India, that we are writing a lot more case studies with industry now to get to see the scenario, so that instead of only looking up cases which we got used to get from Harvard and others, we are now trying to create our own cases by trying to get with the industry. So that is helping to bridge this gap. But this gap is there, that the theoretical knowledge which students are getting and the practical knowledge which the industry needs, there is a lot of work needs to be done by the academia to bridge this gap. And we require a lot of help from the industry for doing that.
I agree to the fact, Dr. Gupta, because with us also, so many students come for the internship, and we find that they are pretty much good with their theoretical knowledge. However, they are somehow not having that sort of practical exposure to the things. So I am now I just want to put this question in front of Dr. Rishi also. Dr. Rishi, what do you think, that what all initiatives as an industry specialist or as an academia specialist we all can collectively take so that we can fill these gaps?
Good evening, one and all. I am Rishi Kant. I did my PhD in entrepreneurship from IIT Delhi. Right now, I don't know what is the main theme, but I am into in startups, so I can explain related to startups and all. In Bihar, we have 550 startups, and we have all are sponsored from the state government. Here we have industry department, and all sponsored startup will get first phase. In phase one, they will get 10 lakhs. In second phase, they will get 15, and third phase they will get up to 50 lakhs. 50 lakhs is matching fund, and they are growing. One drone startup is there by Manika. They are getting $3 million funding from Google India head from Apu Chamaria ji and team. So we are into startups and all. And Baba told me ki you can join, so I joined here. And I'm looking
Okay.
after only startups, mentoring startups and all.
I have
Thank you, ma'am.
worked with startups also. So, 5-7 years of my experience speaks about working in startup only. I have actually worked with the students there. So many students used to come, and what we have found, Rishi, there is that students are very good with theoretical knowledge, what Dr. Purnima Gupta has mentioned, but somehow how to utilize that theoretical knowledge in the practical environment, that is something which is the gap in academia and industry. So what do you think, that how this can be fulfilled?
Ma'am, now in Bihar, we have a special provision for engineering students and medical students, first year, second year, third year, fourth year students. They will easily get funds from the Startup Bihar schemes. And now we have already Startup India is there. But in Bihar, especially in Bihar, we have 38 engineering college, government engineering college. All districts, we have one engineering college by the government. And all government engineering college, government wants, like industry department wants, ki students from BTech computer science, BTech electrical, they will work together and come up with one product, and they will fund to the students only. The students scheme is there, SIC team is there, student innovation center is there, and they are providing funds.
So,
And
Dr. Gupta, as per, I'm sorry, I'm cutting you in between, Dr. Rishi, but I think I should go to Dr. Gupta here because Dr. Gupta, Rishi is mentioning so many good things about how Bihar is actually helping students in order to get practical exposures in terms of more than 550 startups and the environment which is actually helping these startups to grow, the funding, everything. So, what do you think that how these gaps which we were actually discussing in the earlier question can be filled on ground, as in when you're working in a startup you are actually learning on ground. So what all things can be done in order to help this government structure to make sure that the students are getting the theoretical and practical knowledge in order to become more successful in whatever they are doing?
Yeah, thank you. It's interesting to know about the startup foundation in Bihar. And yes, the government is doing a lot about, but what I have found is that most of the startups don't go to the fruition stage because of the lack of maybe the business sense. So they may have great ideas, but they fail because they're not able to manage their finances, they're not able to manage their people. And that is where the academia industry interaction comes in very handy. Because when we are talking about academy, like if you're in a B school, we're talking about business. Whereas what you're talking about in startup students in the engineering college or medical college, they are doing maybe patenting something, some technology, and then they are making a product. But how do you merge the two? So if we can get more interactions between the two, like for example, we were involved in a small program with the IIT Kanpur where they got some funding from MSME to train some of these incubation centers. So they had these people who are in the incubation center who had been given funding, the initial funding, and then they were given some management concepts. So these kind of things are going to help. This is how we will be able to maybe solve this industry and academia disconnect, where you have a great idea, you have a product, and we are students are eager to learn, and where the management schools can come and pitch in to train these young startup entrepreneurs to maybe put their business idea into fruition.
Actually, you have answered my second question, which I was about to ask from you, that how, as a working professional, one can continuously upskill himself or herself in today's dynamic business environment. So that is how actually, their academy actually come into the picture. There are so many online platforms. There are colleges which are providing particular certifications, even big universities, big names in this academia word, if I would say, they are coming in collaboration with these online platforms and providing people with the certification. So that was my next question to you only. So let's continue with the discussion. How do you think that learning online, if I talk about, since I have actually discussed about how people are actually getting so many certifications online, is it overshadowing the offline learning and professional development program?
So a couple of years back, actually, we got a little scared. When we came out of COVID, we thought that online has taken over. We'll not get physical education. Those kind of the institutes like us will go out, and but we have seen that students have also realized the importance of offline. So even though we may say online is powerful, but we cannot say that's gone. So the rise of online, but not the fall of offline, I would like to say. So we would go into more of a hybrid mode where the basic skills, the concepts you can do online, but the application of those, we would need to get together physically, because when we are together physically, the kind of energy you get, which you cannot get on the online platform, the kind of networking that you get, which you cannot obviously get on the online platform, the kind of connects the feelings, the emotions, all those, and plus the applications, understanding the each other's views. So we can go for basic, like, okay, if I want to do statistics, I can do the basic formula, etc. online. But if I want to actually come to the conceptual and how to use those, then yes, offline would be there for at least in my lifetime. I don't think I see it going away. So
And
it's
again,
going to
I agree
enhance.
with you. Again, I agree with you because I can tell you from my experience. So in our organization, we have both of the methods. As in, there are sessions where a trainer is coming and training people in certain skills, and there are platforms like Skillsoft or so on which, we can assign some courses to people. The ratio where people would like to get training on the physical sessions in comparison to the sessions which are being conducted on Skillsoft and Percipio is actually way different and speaks a lot about that why people actually want to get trainings physically in presence of a trainer, where they can interact with people and where they are not learning the thing in silos through a screen or something. That speaks a lot about that.
And plus,
And
you get immediate feedback, right? You don't get immediate feedback on an
true,
online platform where it's more static. So here it is more dynamic. So the learning happens much more deeper, I think. So even though we
true.
have a lot of platforms where you can get a lot of bite-sized learning, like we're trying doing this, but the one that we really remember is the one that you do physically, I think.
True, true. I agree. So, Dr. Rishi, since you have mentioned that, there is a lot of startup thing which is happening there in Bihar. So, आपको क्या लगता है कि online certification या online programs or offline sessions conducted by some professional is better than what they can learn online?
Ma'am, in here we have also online MOOC course is there. Like in Bihar, we have one course is there, PGDM IEV, Innovation, Entrepreneurship and Venture Development. We have in every semester we have like MOOC course is there, and we have one industry interaction committee is there. And in Bihar, medium enterprises more than 550 medium enterprises is there. Medium enterprise means less than turnover is less than 250 crores. तो हम लोग उसको विजिट कराते हैं इंडस्ट्रियल एकेडमिया के साथ इंडस्ट्री का हम लोग का कोलैबोरेशन भी ज्वाइंट कोलैबोरेशन विद पीजीडीएम आईवी स्टूडेंट्स एंड दे आर लाइक गेटिंग जॉब एंड ऑल आल्सो
So,
और
that means you
इंजीनियरिंग
are saying
स्टूडेंट्स
that
के जो
this
प्रोडक्ट्स हैं यस यस
अ,
मैम 1 मिनट
आप कहना चाह रहे हैं कि ये जो इंटरेक्शन आप कराते हैं इंडस्ट्री कमेटी के साथ, सो ये सिर्फ जनरल इंटरेक्शन होता है वेयर इन कॉलेजेस यूजुअली इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट कम एंड टेक गेस्ट लेक्चर्स एक्सप्लेन ऑन सर्टेन टॉपिक्स, इट इज काइंड ऑफ दैट, या फिर एक
नो मैम
प्रैक्टिकल सेशन होता है ऑन सर्टेन थिंग्स?
वो एक्सपोजर देते हैं फाउंडर्स उनको बताते हैं कि हमने इंडस्ट्री कैसे सेटअप किया जैसे मिलेट्सो एक स्टार्टअप है मिलेट्सो अभी मोदी जी उसको वर्ल्ड फूड डे में अवार्ड भी दिए हैं तो कैसे मिलेट का बिस्किट का इंडस्ट्री आप लगा सकते हैं फुल सेटअप वो लोग पीजीडीएम आईबी स्टूडेंट्स को समझाते हैं कि आप फूड प्रोसेसिंग में ये गो एड कर सकते हैं पीएमएफएमई जो गवर्नमेंट का स्कीम है जो अप टू 40 lakhs आप ले सकते हैं और 10 lakhs का कैपिंग है सब्सिडी तो आप कैसे उसको स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं और कैसे प्लेस मिल सकता है मार्केट एक्सेस के लिए और अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस जो इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट्स हैं मोर देन 50,000 इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट्स हैं बिहार में पहले लोग बाहर जाते थे लेकिन अब गवर्नमेंट ने लास्ट 2 बैचेस यहाँ से पास आउट होने लगे हैं पहले 5-6 कॉलेजेस थे अभी 38 है तो जो 38 इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस हैं उनके स्टूडेंट्स को भी वहां पे वी हैव 52 प्लस स्टार्टअप सेंटर्स गवर्नमेंट के हैं जो 38
ओके,
इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में है कुछ गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज में है, और स्टेट की यूनिवर्सिटीज में कुछ है तो टोटल 52 प्लस है तो ये जो सेंटर्स हैं स्टार्टअप सेंटर्स इनका काम ही जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं ओनली स्टूडेंट्स उनको इंडस्ट्री इंटरेक्शन करके अगर सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ थिंग में कुछ गो हेड करना चाहते हैं तो उनका कुछ हेल्प हो सकता है तो वो भी करते हैं साथ में अगर ये कुछ प्रोडक्ट डेवलप किए हैं जो कि उनसे रिलेट कर रहा है तो उनको वो लोग मार्केट एक्सेस भी देते हैं तो अलायंस है
ओके.
इंडस्ट्री और
So
एकेडमिया का हाँ
basically, they are helping these students to build a network. From there, they can get the expertise which is already available in the market. So
यस
this kind of network and this kind of knowledge through government centers is reaching to the students there.
यस
So Dr. Gupta, my question from you, from this particular setup is coming, as students are getting this kind of network exposure and abilities, but the kind of challenges what comes when you are actually entering into a business and establishing a business firm, that is not going to be the similar one which probably that the earlier businessman has faced. So in order to meet with those challenges and in order to win through these challenges, what kind of training programs or what kind of specialized program can help students?
So as we go to the more technical and connected world, digitally connected world, I think the training programs need to be more customized to what is going to be required for a particular job or a particular role rather than having a generic. Just earlier we had a communications program. Now communications for what? Communications on e-commerce platform, communications on a physical platform, communications to a client, communications to a business. So we can have so it'll be more like bite-sized learning for more specialized training. Plus, as I said, the information is there all over. So how to get the right information? That would be becoming more of a challenge. So even if we talk about AI, the rise of AI, then what will be more important is how to use it, how to use, because 50 years back or maybe 40 years back when the computers came in, the same fear was with people, that now our jobs are gone, what will we do? People will be replaced by computers. And I see the same thing coming in for the AI. So I think that, humans, as as of now, I don't think we'll be replaced by any AI or technology. We will grow beyond it, right? So we are more intelligent than any AI, so we'll go beyond it. And that's what my optimism is about AI, that for the new generation, they need to know. Right now, it's so new, people are becoming overwhelmed with it. They're very excited about it. Everywhere they're using it. But I feel that we should use it very judiciously because it's slowly making us lazy. And we need to be careful of that, that we should not stop thinking. Because once you do that, then AI would have taken over. So as long as we keep on continuing to think, I don't think we have any fear of AI. But if we stop thinking, then yes, the AI will take over.
So I can share my experience here since the chat GPT has been introduced to all of us somehow, in order to remain on the top of the world and, you have to uh, use these AI or whatever is available in market. So I was also extensively using chat GPT for drafting my mails, for drafting anything or everything, whatever I was doing. Slowly and gradually I have started experiencing that the kind of result which I am getting is a same kind of language or something which you will see across the LinkedIn posts also. Same sort of words are getting used, same sort of language and tonality is being used there. So that is for sure that AI is not going to replace human beings or human talent anywhere, but somehow if we are going to use AI probably smartly, that is going to help us in leading the board, I must say. So Rishi, what is your view on this?
Ma'am, now we have one company is there. I will give just example. Mind AI. In South Korea, in India we have Mind AI India. In South Korea we have Mind AI. McDonald's, Domino's are the customers of Mind AI, and the Paul Lee is the founder of Mind AI, and Indian founder is Abraham Abhishek Kumar is there, and Amarjit Singh is there. Amrinder Singh is there. In India, they are using, like, if you want to order anything, na, like anything from the Flipkart, Amazon, or pizza, anything, you can order from one number. Like you have, suppose my company name is bakery business is there, or garments business is there. One number is there. You can chat from one number. Like my number is like 8923. You can chat and you can order anything from WhatsApp. So now Mind AI, like AI, how AI facilitate to the customers, na, client. So
So
they are
you
into
are
the,
talking about the help and
no,
support what AI
they
is.
are facilitating like SMEs, small and medium enterprises. Charges is there per
Awesome.
month, 200K is
Awesome.
there.
I think now
Dollar,
we
sorry.
have reached to that time limit where we should
Sorry.
open the forum, and there are so many professionals who are right now associated with us, and they would also be having their questions around today's topic. So I would like to welcome all of you. And in case if you have any questions, any queries which you would like to ask from Dr. Gupta and Dr. Ishikant, you're welcome.
I have one question. I'm Leena Sharma. I want to ask one question to both of Dr. Gupta as well as Professor Rishikant. Industry academia we are talking about here, but how far academia is taking inputs from the industry to upgrade its curriculum and other, syllabus? As as I have seen that academia is not updating itself according to the industry. I hope I'm wrong.
Thank you, Linda. I would like to say that yes, you are not absolutely correct because in Great Lakes, especially, we have a constant dialogue with the industry. We have feedback from the recruiters, we have our alums. In fact, our curriculum development committee consists of our recruiters and our alums. And we have also industry guests. So we every year we show, and in fact, this year we introduced a new program called Digital Strategies because that was a feedback from the industry or from our alums that this is something which is very, very relevant and we need people in this. So we need to change some of our, so we don't introduce, and at Great Lakes, we have been very fast in changing, and we have been like in 2014 we introduced analytics when people didn't even know what analytics was. We introduced it, and we became like the leaders in analytics here. Similarly, anything because we're not constrained by a lot of maybe baggage, which a lot of universities are. So we cannot say about that, but because being a young institute, we are able to turn around. And the moment somebody says, so if our alum comes back, so recently we had on a foundation day when we invited our alum, and he says that, data is king right now. So if you can do something, introduce more topics on data. So
I think there's a glitch
Anything?
from her side. Yeah. There's some
Yeah.
glitch from her side. Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope, Lina, you have got your answer.
Wonderfully said. Yes. Yes, of course.
Great. Anyone
So
else?
I think now
disconnected. Yeah.
we have limitation of time.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dr. Purnima, you were saying something. If you want to continue,
Yeah, I was
please.
just saying that we were able to, so the next batch expansion would be having those inputs. And similarly, we do keep on having regular feedback from our recruiters as well as the alumni and the students who are there. So they also see what's happening. We do a constant review every year where and our curriculum, we can say, is pretty relevant. A lot of courses we introduce which are not even introduced anywhere else. Not even IMs do those courses. And we introduce them very quickly. And we've
Thank
seen the
you.
results.
Yeah. Thank you.
So thank you, Dr. Purnima. Thank you, Professor Rishikant. Like really, it was a wonderful combination of academia and then entrepreneurship. So this is really something was the base of the topic. And thank you very much,
Thank you, sir.
Nidhi ji, for being a wonderful moderator. But yes, there is always limitation of time. So it is time to conclude the topic. Yes, artificial intelligence, chat GPT, and there are so many other things that are there to help us. But yes, hybrid mode will be a better one. If we become totally dependent on that, that might not be the correct choice. So I think that can be taken as a conclusion. So with this, thank you very much for joining, Manthan, and it is time to say goodbye. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
ma'am. Thank you, everybody.